Once upon a time, stories did not exist. Words ran rampant, untamed and untethered throughout the world, a mass of nouns and letters tumbling across the earth like a raging sea. It wasn't until the chronicler herded the unruly verbiage into books and added them to their collection that stories started coming into being. But what happens when tales escape the confines of their covers? That, my dear reader, is something we will find out together.
I need to get back to where I'm from. My friend is waiting for me. Who else is gonna try and play Murder the Dragon with me? Well, I suppose a lot of these people.
Everyone thinks fairy tales are things of joy and happiness. Well, I can tell you firsthand that they're nothing but a bunch of little nightmares. They've taken everything from me, but I can fight. And nothing's gonna stop me from getting back to my Tam.
For as long as life has existed, I have served as its complement, its bloody sibling that all fear. I am Camilla, death incarnate, and my will cannot be denied.
A name. A name is for those who wish to be known. And if you find yourself in my presence, then you must know nothing.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Session 4 of Journey to Books End, a Cypher campaign by Monte Cook Games using the We Are All Mad Here system. I am Mare, I use they, she pronouns, and I am your page master. And as you can see, we have an extra face on the screen. I'm so excited. Everybody welcome our guest player, LD, today. As always, we're going to go around, say, hey, hi, who we are, who we're playing, their character sentence, and then we'll get into a recap. We're still going to go around in a clockwise formation, but we're going to start with Soul this week, ending with Angela, who will also do our recap. So, Soul.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Soul. I use they, them pronouns. And this evening I will be playing Onyx Scaletooth, who is a rugged dragon who bears a halo of fire.
Our lovely guest, LD. I know you kind of have a pseudo character sentence. I don't know if you want to say it now or later.
Oh, no, we can say it now. That's fine. They won't know what that means necessarily. Hi, everybody. I'm LD, or Lady Dame. I use she, her pronouns. And today I'll be playing Titania, queen that was and shall be.
Charlie.
Hello, everybody. My name is Charlie. I use he, they, she pronouns, and today I am playing Bonnie Janet, who uses she, her pronouns, who is a strong-willed explorer who looks for trouble.
Amaya.
Hello, I'm Amaya. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Mishi, the beast who speaks, regarded beast who speaks for the land. I always forget the first word. It's something beast.
And last but not least, Angela.
Hello there, lovelies. My name is Angela Lemos Montrejo. I use she, they pronouns, and I will be playing Camila Gutierrez, who uses any and all pronouns and is a vicious god who sees beyond. So, fantastic wanderers of the interwebs and beyond, and all those who are enticed by queer shenanigans, and in this week, Fae shenanigans, let's recap, and I will be doing this to an extent in character. During our last bit of time with everyone else, it's been eventful, to say the least. I've watched many a person be skewered and eviscerated in front of me, often by my own hands, but to watch someone who I was told was a friend actively go and try and spear someone directly in the chest was quite a scene. It's hard to tell, really, given the reaction, how much Onyx was hurt by all of this, other than tremendously so, and yet, from my standpoint, it's hard to know whether they feel as though they deserve it or not, or perhaps just my own bias leaking through. But many a thing happened along the way. Mishi seemed to have wandered off somewhere, perhaps gone to take a rest, and found themselves with a curious, lightning, feathery object. Our own Janet seemed to have, while trying to hold things together for others, be reaching a point of tension, anxiety, nervousness, grief. I don't know what any of these emotions are in full, but I can't help but worry about her. And as for myself, I find myself wondering, how exactly does one care about all of these people? Why do we do this? I don't know. But it seems as though Onyx has been in a very hurt place this past bit of time. Their previous friend, who has been trained by a mighty and quite fearsome warrior, whom seemed to have prompted our own Janet to flail enthusiastically on not unakin that of a fangirl. I said I was going to do recap. I didn't say I was going to be kind. And despite the obvious tension and now awareness that we all have of a curse possibly having been placed on Onyx at some point through the ink, we are now finding ourselves drawn further and further into more terrifying things as a literal tear has appeared somewhere in the sky. Perhaps an friend? No, they did not. She did not say friend. She said acquaintance is also in this direction. We're all being drawn somewhere, or perhaps by someone. The tall ones? Let's find out.
And last but not least, before I completely forget, because that is very much like me, as a reminder, we are raising money for PCRF. I have just posted the Tiltify link in chat, but if you want to give us, some advantages, some assets, some natural successes, some Cypher's magical items, or, some natural ones for me to replace the one I've already used, I would love that. And since LD is here today, if anyone does donate to LD, I will also give a free one to another player because she's going to only be here for one session. So, all right. Are we ready?
Ready as I'm gonna be.
All right, the four of you, Mishi, Bonnie, Janet, Onyx, and Camilla, have walked forward into this tear that appeared in the middle of the forest, right near the forest near Skaha's fortress, the Fortress of Shadows. The closer you got, the more the magic kind of just tore on your senses, even to the point, Janet, where you can actually tangibly feel it. You can tell it's there. You could feel the effects of the wind and the weather that has been being whipped around, but mentally, you are now just a smidge sensitive to it and tell this is incredibly powerful. And as you got closer, there was a hole in the air, right in the air right before you, and beyond it was a dusk forest. And when you stepped through, it was twilight. The woods you walked into were far more, spooky is not the right word, but alive. The entire place just seemed to be looking at you. Whether that is because of Fae hiding around or the plants themselves having some kind of sentience, you're not sure. But there are luminescent fungi and mushrooms, will-o'-the-wisps floating off in the distance. And it's oddly calm compared to what you just experienced in the human realm. Janet, you've never been here, but you have heard stories throughout your entire life of the realm of the Fae.
Oh, fuck. This is not good.
Onyx, who ran towards the tear because of a giant raven feather that concerned her, is immediately trying to climb a tree, and is just like claws out trying to like scale a tree because she still doesn't have wings, and it's very frustrating, and is calling out, Caulfield! Caulfield, where are you?
Do you want to roll?
I love to roll.
All right, this would be normally a challenge 3, but you still haven't taken a nice nappy nap, so this is challenge 4 for you.
Just an EP.
Just a little EP.
Uh-oh.
Listen, I love to make my life harder. All right, that is exactly a 12.
Yeah, you are able to scramble up the nearest tree, even though it seems to be fighting you this entire way. The bark just seems to slip underneath your claws before you're able to really jam your nails in there. It doesn't like to be ferociously stabbed like this. But you are able to climb into the crown and look over this entire wood. For those of you who have played The Legend of Zelda, like the fog in the Lost Woods, there is fog everywhere, over the top, through the trees, and it's eerie. This place is alive. And it is, Onyx, unfortunately very difficult to see where you would go next.
Onyx calls down and is just like, this place is surrounded by fog.
Yeah, I can see that.
I was just saying, Mishi and Camilla, you follow into this tear, into the realm of the Fae, where Janet is calling up into a tree.
Onyx climbed up to take a look around. Don't look at me like that. Onyx, we should stick together while we're here. It'll be all too easy to get separated if we're not careful.
Onyx starts to climb down. Slower this time than the scramble upwards.
Before you finally hit the ground, you feel a stinging little whack on your back as like a vine smacks you. You don't take any damage, but it is very glad that you are off of it.
I think she snarls at the tree. Maybe if I set this whole forest ablaze, it will be easier to find our way forward.
Set the whole forest ablaze, it'll take us down with it.
Exactly.
Forget you guys do not have the same ability to...
Self-preservation instinct?
Fire does not harm me.
Entire forest of angry face spirits would, though.
That I will concede to.
What are we doing here? Do you think your friend is in here?
Somewhere, yes. And Mishi's still holding the feather, no pockets.
Fair.
And yeah, I guess she knows it's not going to work like this, but also Magic Land, who knows? She's like seeing if it's like guiding her in a particular direction.
like a homing device.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, maybe. Just try stuff.
Are you trying to do something?
Dowsing rods.
Like dowsing rods,
see
yeah.
if it's like pointing in a specific direction. I don't know.
Do you have any ability that would allow you like to make a roll like this? Because I don't think you could do.
If Mishi doesn't, I do.
Why?
I actually do as well.
Everyone but Mishi.
Everyone but Mishi is good at this.
Who would have
Which
thought
is honestly
the creature who
amazing.
Good.
never leaves her home wouldn't be good at finding her way around new places?
So strange.
So silly.
Yeah, I have skills that have to do with like identifying things and creatures and magic and disguises, but
I don't think you could roll this. I'm sorry.
not whatever this is. I don't know what this is.
I can't, in good conscience, let you roll like a dowsing rod check if you have nothing to back it up.
Absolutely not. No.
Every DM has their limits.
Can't knock the hustle.
Nice try though.
Pagekeeper, if you'll allow, I do have the ability called Find the Way. When I apply effort to a navigation task because I don't know where we're going, I get an extra free level of effort.
You can do that.
Okay.
Oh wait, I also have wilderness navigation.
Oh!
Oh, you do? Oh, isn't that
For
wonderful?
some reason, my brain was like, "That's not a magic feather check."
Read your character sheets, kids.
If one of you wants to make this check and the other person applies an asset, you can. This will be a challenging check. This would be like a level 6. It is very difficult to navigate the Feywilds, even if you do know like some stuff. Like it
Woof.
changes.
Okay.
Who would like to roll?
What do you think? Do you have an asset for this?
I can already, if I apply effort, I get an extra level of effort, and then if you want to give me another asset, that's 3.
Okay. Do I have to
Levels
do something
reduced.
to give you an asset? How does that
You're
work?
trained in it, so you'll
Yeah.
just automatically help.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like giving the help action in 5e.
Yeah. But you kind of have
Okay.
to be like some kind of, you have to have a narrative reason for it. You just can't do it. You got to be like either trained or something. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay.
So you need to make a 9 on the die.
Okay. That's fine.
About a 50-50
Statistic.
chance.
Yeah. What could go wrong?
55-45 even.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you, math wizard. 12, baby.
How do you start finding your way and where are you heading? What are you looking for?
I think because it's the only thing we have to go on, I'll put a hand on the feather that Mishy's holding, not taking it, just kind of touching it.
You get
And
some
then-
shocks. The hair
Ow.
on your
Shite.
arm starts to raise.
And then tuning into that, and because the magic was so powerful that even I could feel it in my bones, I just kind of try to connect the two energies and see if I can kind of sniff it out and see a path that leads to Mishy's acquaintance.
You can't connect the two, but you can get a general vibe. So you
Yeah.
know, it's like when two magnets, the two opposite ends are want to go towards each other. And you can
Okay.
start leading the way. And that's where we're going to go to LD, actually.
Oh.
So LD, where
Yes.
are you? What are you doing? And what do you look like?
Well, I at this point would be in the middle, probably somewhere in the middle of this forest with the dense fog. There is a tiny oasis that doesn't look like the rest of the forest at all. It is green. There are flowers and butterflies and moths and bees and all sorts of like buzzing insects that are busy doing things, and just a riot of like colorful flowers and a sort of nest that is high up in a tree. And she's not currently in that nest. She is there's a tall, very tall figure pacing back and forth, sort of muttering to herself. And she's wearing like some ephemeral, this robe that I would say looks like if you took like crocus petals and turned them and enlarged them and turned them into a sort of a wrap dress situation. A cloak of flowers and leaves and those same butterflies and moths sort of streaming from her back. A rightest head of golden curly hair that is almost metallic in color and very long pointed ears. Her outfit is looking a little bedraggled, like there's the cloak is thin in places. There might be some tears in the dress itself, like it's a little less grand than it should be, but she's still got like golden jewelry all up in her arms and yeah. Sorry, yes. And yeah, she's muttering to herself, and you get the impression that if she had one of those like big boards with the strings on them, she'd be like trying to put pieces together.
A murder board?
If she had a murder board, that's what she would be doing, but she doesn't have that, so instead she's just trying to like piece it out in her head.
You are muttering to yourself, trying to fix the problem that you have found yourself in, when all of a sudden, on your mental radar, you're still attuned to the forest.
I am.
You feel some unknown visitors appear. 4 of them.
Oh, that's interesting.
Not fae.
Non-fae, but magical, perhaps, in some way.
of them, yes.
Oh, that's even more interesting. I can tell what direction they're heading in.
Correct.
Or where they might be.
They seem to be like pacing a little bit in one small area, and then eventually they do start moving. You know they're not really moving anywhere specific. The woods move. They change.
Yeah. But I know my way around.
Yes, you do.
She sort of gathers herself a little bit, dusts off any things, and sort of collects everything together and treks out to see who might be in the realm of the Fae Queen.
It does not take long. You can appear there like that.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to make an entrance or watch for a bit?
Oh, I'll make an entrance. Come on.
I know it was a silly question, but I had to ask.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I already shared art of these characters to you, and all the audience, if they've been keeping up, they know what everybody looks like. But you see these 4 individuals: a human, a bat-like creature thing moving on homemade crutches, a scaly human, a cat maybe.
Cat, maybe.
Got a tail.
Perfect.
And horns. A weird lot.
Mm-hmm. In front of you appears, and it's a burst of light. And again, that like poof of petals comes among that poof of light, and in front of you is again very tall. I cannot stress this enough. She's very tall.
Are you taller or shorter than 6'5"?
Oh, I would probably be taller than.
Onyx taller than you.
Yeah. I feel like I personally am of the opinion that the Fae are ridiculously tall. And so that's what we're going with. I'd say pushing 7 feet. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Out of nowhere, in this burst of flowers and light, is this tall, ephemeral, beautiful creature, which, Janet, you immediately recognize. You know who she is.
Hood up behind Mishi.
Yeah, Mishi's non-existent tackles are raised.
She does as she appears, she is going to spend a moment looking at each one of you, except for Janet. Just sort of and you can tell that she's giving you the full once over, full up and down, sort of assessing who, each of you before she speaks. So, what brings you all into the realm of the Fae Queen?
big bird.
And another big bird.
2 big birds.
One of these birds sounds familiar. Titania.
Titania.
Titania, yes. One of
Yes.
these birds is familiar.
Mishi is still just holding the giant feather because nowhere to put it.
Does the big feather, is that the one that seems familiar to me?
No, the big feather, the giant bird is the one that has been hanging in the middle of the court, so to say.
Oh.
The other one, however, this energy that's sparkling around the feather that Mishi is holding seems very familiar. It's similar to the energy of your pet.
Jesus.
Of my pet.
Your newest
All right.
interesting.
Oh,
Your
here
newest
we go.
Oh. Right, that one.
You have never seen them as a bird, though.
Curiouser and curiouser. Well. Too big. I strangely might know at least one of who you're looking for. If I might know who you are.
Mishi Peshu. Noted, that's not her name.
It's
Fair enough.
true.
Mishi Peshu.
It's nothing. Onyx.
Onyx.
Damn it.
God damn it. You didn't give them a crash course.
Yeah, you did.
Didn't have time.
I'm simply someone wandering through here, as are the rest of us.
Oh. Clever you. You answered the question without answering the question. Yeah. Oh, I'm hearing an echo. Well, one good turn deserves another. I am known by many names, but you may call me Titania.
Do you have any sort of formal title here, or anything else that we must refer to you as?
I am the queen that was and shall be.
But you are not currently the queen, correct?
You're observant, you are. Very smart. That's useful. Yes, that would be correct. Not the current queen.
Then I will simply refer to you as Titania. I understand the nature of gods and such is that everybody has their formalities. So, regardless if you have not been upholding of manners or anything of the sort, by simply appearing in front of us instead of casually introducing yourself, then I will simply refer to you as such.
That is most appropriate. Perhaps if I help you find what you are looking for, you might be willing to help me with a little problem I'm having.
Unlikely.
Do you know how to break curses?
Yes, you can.
Hmm?
You could. The answer is yes.
Yeah. I figured if it was worth my time, it's not something I do often, but I can.
I'm willing to help you if you can break curses.
When I first sent you, there were 4 of you, but I can tell there's something here messing with my senses, but that, I suppose, I can't figure out quite why. So be it. Well, you who will not help, that's fine. I will not help you. You are in the realm of the Fae, and I, despite losing my title, am still Fae. You get nothing for nothing.
Fair.
Understood.
I'd like to quickly introduce an intrusion.
Ooh.
Camilla,
Yes.
who would you like your other experience point to go to? I'm assuming you're going to accept the experience point.
Yes. I am giving it to Janet, who I'm certain is basically having the Kill Bill siren going off in her head right now, and is full on trying to avoid just double drop kicking this Fae.
Right into the face. You got to jump real fucking high, but whatever.
Listen, I'll make it happen. I'll find a way.
You are very strong. Camilla. This is just the beginning of your intrusion. Something might happen more later, but for now, this is what it will be. Something seemed off to you as soon as you entered this realm. No one else can notice it. Just Camilla.
Mm-hmm.
But after being here for a little bit, you feel there is a bunch of small whispers in the back of your mind. It's not your eyes, your senses with your eyes or your ears. You're seeing beyond. And it is a horde of screaming and anger in indistinguishable words far, far, far off in the distance, but steadily moving forward.
Do I just have that just as a background thing in my
Yes.
head now? Great.
It's like tinnitus. It's not going anywhere.
Great. I was just hoping it would only be Janet having perpetual stress. Okay.
Just come. Yep, that's
Oh,
what you get.
no.
I think she is going to walk closer to Titania.
Mhm.
Have you upset somebody?
Have I upset someone? Not to my knowledge. No. Well, I can't say no, but I can say not to my knowledge.
To be demoted from queen, you likely had to have hurt somebody or upset someone.
What makes you think that? There are many ways that one can lose their title.
Well, you're not dead, so no one killed you.
No.
You're asking us for help, so no, you do not seem to be someone of a popular sort. And
I was
you're
tricked. If you must know.
Okay, was that in character, Charlie? The laugh.
So
Okay, LD, I need
she can't help herself.
I need you to make a check, please, to notice Janet.
It's one level harder. 'cause
I
of
need
my
to make
cloak.
a check to know. I need
Yeah.
to make a check. All
Yeah.
right, how do I do this?
Do you think Titania would be trained in perception tasks?
Yes.
Okay, so this is just a bit figuring out how many assets and effort. Are you going to spend any effort?
I am aware that there is a glamour happening near me.
Correct, yes.
Correct? I would probably spend an effort to figure, especially if I heard something, I'd be like, okay, whatever is hiding, like whatever is being glamored has not been important enough for me to look at, and it's been too hard. But now if I heard something, I will make an effort.
Charlie, if it's fair with you, I think with your cloak, this would be a level 4 task, if that's okay.
Yep.
So if you're spending a level of effort and you're trained, the hindrance, you'll basically reduce it by 2 if you're spending a level of effort. So remove those 2 hit points for expending effort, since you
Me.
are playing an
Okay.
NPC stat block.
Great.
And you're going to want at least a 6.
Oh
Okay.
god damn it.
All right. I'm just gonna. Okay, perfect. Come on, dice.
Make it be a 1. Make it be a
Son
1,
of a
damn it.
Fun one.
What was it?
It's a 2.
Ooh,
No!
Let's go!
I wanted Janet to get noticed.
So I will say.
No, I did too.
So I will say that you heard something, but you don't see it.
That's fair.
Can I potentially interrupt into this conversation?
By all means.
Oh, well, that wasn't. Onyx does not ask for permission because she's
Okay.
currently cursed to be a little bitch.
Me all the time.
Truth.
Onyx does say to Camilla, especially after Titania says that she got tricked, I find that people can lose positions very easily when it comes to others being awful and false. And that's not aimed at Camilla, that's aimed at fucking Petite. And I think Onyx crosses her arms and very, very firmly is just like, even if no one here will help you, I will help you. I'm a dragon.
Well, now. That is very useful indeed. I appreciate the help. And in return, I will help you find who you are looking for. And there you had the curse. Oh, I'm sorry. You're the one with the curse. I will do what I
Yes.
can to help you with your curse.
Understood. It's a deal then.
Is a deal when...
Janet's just fuming in the back. The real. Do
You
you
are
want?
no longer
Have
a
told
queen.
Onyx nothing.
Do you want to?
I'm gonna
Do you
make
want to
all
stay
the
hidden?
worst decisions for it.
Do you want to stay hidden, or do you want to help Onyx?
I'm going to hold out my hand to Onyx.
Onyx is gonna take it. Onyx is gonna take it.
Titania will bestow a kiss on Onyx's hand. A deal is made.
You tall woman.
Yes.
You were queen, but are no longer queen.
Yes, correct.
What is a
You've got
queen?
You know, that's a very good question. A queen has a responsibility for a realm. This realm
I do
being
that.
Oh, so then you are also
Yes.
a queen.
It must be.
and a dragon.
Yes. Can you be queen and dragon?
Oh, of course.
Yes, I have a domain I must protect.
Then you and I are alike. For that is
You are
all
much
I am
taller
trying.
than me.
I can't.
You have a big heart, I can see, though.
How would you see my heart?
We Fae have ways.
Magic, I presume.
Yes, actually.
I see. I search for an acquaintance who possesses magic.
Oh,
This belongs to them. It just kind of shows the feather.
I can sense it from that feather. And this is, again, the feather is, this is the one that I may know.
You know both
Or that
of them.
may be familiar.
Well,
I do know,
You know both of them.
but
now.
I know who one of them is, yes.
Yes, you know basically both of them.
Yeah.
One of them definitely due to the feather. The other one is a guess.
Yeah.
A strong guess.
Caulfield's feather.
Yeah. This feather, like I said, I may know who it belongs to and I may know where they are.
You
Are they
seem
in the-
unsure.
Unsure? No. But I do not give answers for free.
You desire resources. Food, perhaps. I'm an excellent hunter.
Ah, food I have, darling. I need help.
Is there violence involved in this IXL?
Oh. Violence may be in order, yes.
I will listen to your proposal of a transaction.
Good.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be cackling behind you. The scenes the entire time.
And can I count on you, Dark One? Yeah.
What precisely are you asking me to be responsible for?
You have great power in you, I can see that. I would ask that you use that power to help me. And in doing so, I owe you a boon. Whether that be finding the thing you are searching for or something else.
I'm certain you will be inclined to help us. One of us has already promised something to you. And you are bound to that, correct?
Yes.
You are going to ask us to dethrone whoever took your throne from you. Why are you dancing around it?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
it's sort of a nasty habit we Fae have, actually.
Oh, okay. You already said that violence might be involved. We might have to kill someone. You know, it's...
I do not dance. This will not be part of the deal.
Oh,
Wait.
that's fair. I get the sense from you you're not one for steps. So yes, I am asking you to help me dethrone the one who has taken my title.
Okay.
I don't know if you can sense it, but this realm is wrong, and there is danger near.
Everything about this has been wrong. Like, the only thing that hasn't been wrong is probably Janet's, like, excitement about where we are. Except I don't know if Janet's excited anymore.
Who's Janet?
Oh, it's my friend. Do I see Janet?
Yeah, you see her. She has her hood up.
God damn it, Onyx.
Onyx points directly at Janet.
Yeah, you don't
If
need to
that's
roll
okay,
now, LD.
Charlie.
Just waiting
Yeah, that's
for
fine.
it.
You don't have to
Okay.
roll. She's being
I just want to
pointed
make
at.
sure.
And
Yeah.
your eyes, like, it takes a second because your eyes do immediately kind of just, like, gloss over where Onyx is pointing, like, oh, nothing's there. And then your eyes focus and, like, hone in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an enchanted cloak.
Oh, mm-hmm. Ah, the cloak.
Janet has
I
been
should have
hiding.
known.
Janet does not like tall people.
It's so funny because she does finally look at Janet, and Janet, you would notice that she'd look at you in the face and do like the most cursory of like up and down glances, and then goes back to talking to Onyx and Mishi.
So we killed this
Muted
false
fucking
queen.
cursing is amazing.
Wait, am I still okay?
There you go.
Yeah.
She sees, you can tell she sees you, but there is not a hint of any sort of like, oh, she's not magic. Okay, never mind. It's the cloak.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Again, Onyx knows not what she does, and is only caring about her curse right now.
What a beautiful himbo.
I don't know why your friend is trying to hide from the Fae. That's a curious thing, but
She does not like tall people.
me being tall people, Fae being the tall people.
You are the tallest here, yes.
That I am.
That didn't used to be so. I used to be the tallest here.
You are quite
But Janet
tall.
seemed to like you. She's strange.
Janet's just kind of gonna just lightly stomp on Mishy's tail.
Well, now that we have made an arrangement with at least one of you, and cautious arrangements, why don't I escort you back to a quiet place where I explain what needs to happen? Is that all right? Fantastic. And she will snap her fingers and see if she can't transport them all back to that tiny little bower.
Yeah, I say you can.
Great. Okay.
Unless someone really tries to resist it, then they will have to roll.
I think Mishy's just caught off guard.
Does anyone resist it?
I think Janet thinks about it, but then realizes she'd be more fucked if she was alone in this forest.
That's fair.
You know those
Absolutely fair.
videos of when you bark at a dog and they're like
Yes.
processing
It's
the
just like
new
you-
information? This is Mishy right now. Like, I was in a place, now I'm in a different place.
Yep. So. All right. The whole story.
I get a natural
Is-
1.
What?
What?
Someone sent you a natural one.
No!
Let's fucking go.
Monsters.
Thank you,
Terrible.
Dad.
Yay!
What?
I mean, thank you for donating to the
Yes,
PCO.
yay,
Yes.
donation.
We're donating to charity.
Thank you.
We're all gonna
Yes.
die now.
We support Palestinians here on this stream.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So, as I mentioned, the forest is wrong. That is because the one who took my title, a fae by the name of Fafnir, has neglected the duties of the realm. And that is unacceptable to me. There are dangerous things lurking, and I believe it has to do with Fafnir as well and his staff, which is surrounded by death. Normally, if I had my title and if I had my powers, all of them, I would be able to handle this. But unfortunately, I am left with a fraction of what I normally have, and I need help to take him down and to stop whatever is coming.
I don't see an issue with this.
Yes, I would also want my domain returned to me were it to be stolen. This is understandable.
You guys hear me?
There we go.
Now I
hear you
can.
Okay, cool. Slay. I was trying to ask, Mayor, would I recognize that name? Have I heard any stories about Fafnir? Or is this...
No.
Oh, no.
I believe
Cool.
if I remember correctly, Nordic.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Out of character. You can Google it if you want.
Nah.
I know the
I just
name.
Googled
out
it.
of
It's
character.
I know about
It's not
Fafnir.
good.
I will continue
I'm
on in my
excited.
ignorance.
Like I said, with between a dragon and a guardian, another queen, and whatever the dark one is here, I think you might have a better chance than I do, alone. Yes,
They are a goddess. She's a goddess.
a goddess, a dark goddess. Elsie,
I am of night and of sacrifice, and of bats. The sacrifice seemingly something you are now familiar with.
I'm not sure I know what you mean by that.
Well, you've had to give up a title either by lack of power or lack of connections and are requiring our aid.
I told you again I was tricked. Fafnir offered me a trinket which had a geas on it. And through that trickery, stole my title and my power from me.
A cursed offering. How disrespectful.
Yes.
I believe Janet is also a princess.
Who's Janet? Oh, right, that one.
I want a
Yes.
little screenshot into Janet's head right now, please.
Janet wants Onyx to shut up so bad, and wants to punch this woman in the face so bad, but she, there's that tiny logical part of her brain that knows it's better if Titania doesn't know anything about her. And
Can
so
I tell that there's some weird energy coming off of Janet other than outside of the glamour?
Probably.
if you're pretty good at reading people, they're rancid vibes. Absolutely.
rancid.
She has social anxiety. Don't worry about it.
Wow, don't call me out.
I mean, she doesn't know about queens, but she knows about social anxiety.
Like, I
Why
would
do you
say that
think-
Titania probably can't read, is not the most observant when it comes to other people, because frankly, she hasn't needed to be.
She doesn't need to care.
She read the DSM-5.
Yeah. Our favorite book of fairy tales.
If you want to roll to see if you can,
Sure. I won't put any effort into this,
okay.
but I just
I'll
want to know.
say this is a difficult task, so challenge 4.
Perfect. What number is that? Oh my god. It's not inked.
Sometimes dice are pretty, but they are
Annoying.
treacherous.
Well, I think that's a 15?
All right.
That'll do it.
That would make
Yeah.
it.
That one not inked. Yeah, that must be a 15. Wild.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Janet, if you want to just tell LD what Titania sees.
You see a mortal being who looks avoiding eye contact, but because her hood is still up, but there's a tension in the posture that is just on the surface of a ocean of fury, just hidden in this tiny 5'6" body.
You might have pissed this person off.
I get the sense, I feel like Titania would get the sense. So I understand that this person is angry, and Titania probably has no idea why.
Yeah, probably.
Your friend here is very angry for some reason.
Janet is not an angry person.
Not the vibe that I'm getting.
Mortals are
Unfortunately.
emotional.
That
Mortals
is
are
true.
emotional.
You know, I have noticed that.
I am mortal, and I am very emotional.
I was referring to humans, but I suppose I was referring to humans. Humans are emotional.
Oh,
Sometimes I think it's the short lifespan.
I don't know.
Act
I've
so
been
much
alive for
more.
121 years, and I'm still immortal and still emotional.
You do also seem particularly angry today, Onyx.
I am incredibly angry today. Yes, thank you for noticing.
You're welcome.
It was genuine. Thank you for noticing.
I should point out my emotional observations more frequently. Surely there's no
find
problem
it-
with doing that. Camilla
I
is
think
sad
So
very frequently.
data coded, and it's delightful.
I actually found that it is not good to do for immortals.
Ah. Then never mind. Camilla is not sad frequently.
And you also said Camilla's name.
Yes, she did. Mishi doesn't know how this works.
We don't know what the
half
fuck's
of
going
this
on.
party
There's
that
no
is
reason for her
actively
to know
giving
this.
every bit of information, and another half of this party that is just not trusting this
Correct
being.
me if I'm wrong. I think I've seen that the name rule only works if you are the person whose name it is. So somebody
That's-
else saying your name doesn't do anything.
That's how I've always from the Fae Queen's I'm not the Fae Queen. From the Fae Queen's perspective, that's how I've always ruled it.
Yeah.
Is that it has to be given rather than not
Yeah, you can't give them someone else's name.
Correct.
Good to know.
Because it's not
Where
yours to
Mishi's
give.
She's the closest to like a Fae trickster, so she doesn't
Mhm.
understand other more powerful beings who would try to trick other people. She's the one who does that.
I can't be tricked. I do the tricking.
Exactly.
And also,
That's why Titania lost her title.
And Mishi Peshu isn't your name, so it's fine.
It's not.
Your name.
But also, why she doesn't have one?
Yeah. Mishi's just a name of convenience.
Yes.
Correct.
So, where is Fafnir?
Well, he is at this point doing what he always does, which is hold a party at court. He is constantly partying, which is part of why this whole realm is a disaster. I have a friend on the inside who feeds me information about him. And can be our sort of... I am also still welcome at court, so I was thinking perhaps if we get into the parties, one of the parties, you can go do your
Kill
thing,
him?
take him out. Yes, that would be grand. Get his staff away from him, get him to give me back my title, that sort of thing.
What happens if he dies without giving you back your title?
You know, I'm not sure about that, actually.
You just take your land back.
That I am still connected to it, so theoretically it should just revert back to me. But he might have to. We might have to threaten not to kill him and have him give it back to me and then kill him anyway. Sort of what I was hoping for.
Understood.
If this helps us accomplish what we should do, then I'm happy for us to carry on in this path.
Good. Excellent. That's 3 of you.
It's not an agreement. It is just...
No. No. There was no deal made.
Good.
I made a deal.
Yes, you did.
I have never attended a party before. I've read about them. But I have,
I have to say, Fafnir's parties are extraordinarily dull. Lots of drinking and fornication and debauchery, and which normally I would love, but it's the same thing, and there's no creativity to them. All the Fae will be in attendance, though. They're quite nice to look at.
Gotcha.
I will
I
say...
have fornicated before.
Oh, good. I will say, we will need to find something else for all of you to wear, though. You have to look
As
the
in
part.
clothing?
Yes?
Why?
Well, you can't go to a party without looking your best.
I think I've misunderstood what a party is. Like a hunting party?
It's more like, as I said, a gathering of people and fae.
Gathering of food and resources.
Yes, gathering of food and resources. With lots of drinking and debauchery and fornication. Not always the fornication, that part's optional, obviously. But
This doesn't seem like an effective method of hunt.
there's no hunting involved necessarily. You will be hunting,
Yes.
but most will not be.
Fools.
Exactly. I like you.
Yes. I think we understand each other.
To be fair, physical hunting isn't the only type of hunting.
That's
Yo.
true.
Hey, yo.
Okay.
Carry on.
So what is it y'all are doing?
It feels like a fashion montage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of is.
absolutely. And she will do a little whatever
Pixie dust.
you
A hand
want. A little
wavy?
a little hand wavy thing, make you turn around and do a hand wavy fashion, Cinderella
fairy
spin.
godmother,
Exactly.
magical girl transformation.
Yeah, we all have a magical girl transformation.
God damn it.
I need you all to have a magical. This is why I'm here, really, is for all of you to have a magical girl transformation.
This is one
actually.
thing I have specifically asked LD to
Yeah.
give to the GM.
That's so funny.
I literally already have.
Like,
an
you
idea.
don't
I'm
have
thinking
to,
about
but
it.
like,
My character would not wear clothes unless you did this by force, so this is how it had to happen.
That's
all
hilarious.
I am asking is for you to imagine yourself as fantastical as you wish to be.
Oh no, why did you have to give me direction? I'm gonna ruin it.
ruin it. Fucking go.
Yeah. It does not have to be clothing, although Titania would be confused about the lack of clothing, but also whatever you think is the most fantastical version.
It wouldn't be the first time a Fea showed up in the
I was
nude
gonna say.
at court.
No, not at all. Not even a little bit.
Mishi wouldn't be looking human. She'd be looking like her animal form, and she thinks that is objectively more fantastical.
Perfect.
I will say it happens.
Yeah.
You aren't at full power, but you can have your form.
What does it look like?
Oh, she's thrilled.
Yay!
Yeah, what does it look like?
Oh, this is awesome. She's about the size of like a panther or mountain lion, like large cat, long, like serpentine, like aquatic tail with what would have had like two fins on the end, but one of them has been like torn off. Yeah, built like a large cat, but scales, large long claws, feline face with deer antlers that kind of go back, and those I don't know what to call them other than fish ears, where they're like they have little like spiky
Finned ears.
Finned ears, and yeah, like gills on the side.
Oh my god.
Long like cat, like saber-tooth type teeth.
Hell yeah.
This form definitely suits you more.
She is comfortable, yeah. So now she's just gonna be the exotic pet that gets brought in.
Listen.
I have a question. Are we all transformed at the same time, or do we
No,
see
one
Mishi
at a
transform
time.
first?
One at a
It's
time.
Same time.
Oh, same time? Oh.
Damn it!
Okay, yeah, no, go ahead. I would like to hear everybody else's transformations before I have.
Onyx has like her small wings that aren't built to they aren't large enough, but they're large enough for this body. Right? And they are like a shining black scales with red leather between the wings. And she is in armor, like scaled mail, that is like from like still kind of open around the throat, but she has scales there anyway. And just goes down again with this like beautiful black scales with like a deep blood red scales like right in the center where like the peak of the armor does for like female for just armor, for regular armor. and has like sort of like a half cape at the waist, like a deep red like half cape that like is like her skin, and on her claws, she has like black steel ring claws, like those like those carefully formed ones.
Yeah.
And a fucking, you know what, a fucking weird, like almost like knife point tiara crown thing.
Yes.
It's also that same black like metal.
Fine.
Yeah.
I think Janet's cloak kind of starts to melt, like the hood starts to kind of melt away, and like the fey magic glitter takes on like a greenish tint as it kind of showers over her, and her dress is transformed into this beautiful, like floor length emerald green gown with like ruffles of fabric layered and like gold detailing on the hem, just like no like straps but no sleeves, arms exposed, and the plunging neckline, of course. um
I
and
see Onyx
she
having the gay panic.
Ay. um the none of you guys would have seen this, but the ring that I mentioned last episode on a string around her neck, and there is a mask, like an eye mask of green with gold decals obscuring her face and dark lipstick, and like her hair, it was done up and then it was like messy, and now it is like perfectly coiffed again in this beautifully styled like curls, every curl, not a hair out of place, and her hair looks a little bit more golden than it did.
That ring, where did you get it, and what kind of creature was it made by? Is it human made?
Tam gave it to me.
Okay. I'm just is this something Titania would recognize?
I'm not sure. Tam got a lot of rings from a lot of different girls
Oh,
over the years.
that's fair. Never mind.
So
That's
I
fair.
don't know who this ring once belonged to, but
I also think you said it had an iron center, so I don't think she would.
yes, iron and petrified wood.
Yeah,
is what it is made
so
of.
probably not. Camilla.
Boy, my lord. Or I suppose multiple lords and gods below and above.
Just any of them.
No, at about 16. I think from the outfit that she has, which is a little bit more, I don't want to say like conservative, but it's not meant to be extravagant or as showy. It's meant to look more akin to like something that might be worn for like a ritual, but it's not extravagant. It kind of all changes, and I would say her form probably alters as well. Like if this is her in her truest form, in her most extravagant truest form, it probably looks closer to what she is in her bestial form, which she is taller than Titania.
Ooh.
Big competition.
Sure.
I see.
No, it's not. Competition suggests there's a chance the other person wins. Anyways. So we have to deal with the Fae. I have to build my own confidence somehow.
You do.
I would put her somewhere around the range of like 8, closer to like 8 feet. The wings are back, like massive, like the full leather and stretch, but you don't actually see all of it because she is wearing the best sort of werewolf comparison I have is what's called a huipil. It's sort of a mix of a tunic and a dress, where you know the way that kind of like a poncho drapes over you when you put it down. Imagine a dress that just sort of has 4 layers of that going downwards. But it gets thin. It doesn't go as long as you go up. Like the longest part goes all the way to like near the ankles, then one near closer to the knees, then one at the waist, then one, let's say, about halfway, a little bit below the bust. It would be white if it were not for the fact that right at the dead center of it, there is what looks to be almost like a heart, like pattern that has been pierced with multiple claws, and the blood that's spread out of it like vessels spreading all over the dress or covering all of it. It's her face alters, her body like becomes much more akin to like a much bigger like bat-like form, and it's much closer to the goddess that she was. So,
oh my god, I
yeah.
love this. This is so great. No, it's perfect. Wonderful. I will add that Titania, given that this is her spell, would have made sure that somewhere on everybody is a golden peas blossom in some part of, whether that's like a brooch of some sort or a ring or
An actual
an
flower on
earring.
Mishi.
Yeah, it would be golden. It's like it would be actually made of gold rather than like a natural thing.
Maybe she has like
But
a
yeah.
cute little like
Mhm.
little like cat crown of like
Yeah.
circlet metals and flowers and still a
Aw.
circlet. No, I love to think that like the camera is panning across everyone in these amazing outfits, and then it's just Mishi, just like a creature.
I'm
Cat.
obsessed.
Listen, Onyx sees Mishi and Camilla and is just like, I didn't know. Wait, can we go again?
But why? You all look perfect.
Get good, scrub.
Oh!
I feel like I misunderstood what we were supposed to think about.
No,
I think you understood perfectly.
I was just about to say.
You look amazing and definitely less like a dragon than I thought you would.
I will be most effective at violence in this form.
I think you look like a queen.
Wings.
I do not have wings. I swim. Why would I need wings to swim?
That's fair. Why do water dragons have wings?
Only those for the air fly, and those for the air are thunderers, and those thunderers are my enemies. I do not take to the skies.
Titania, that word sounds familiar. That is what your pet called themselves. A thunderer.
Pet.
Oh. Wait. Hold on one moment. What did you say about Thunderer? I'm sorry.
Thunderers are... they own the skies. And it is our mighty battles that create the storms.
They have only looked like a humanish, taken on a humanish form to you, though.
Are Thunderers birds?
Sometimes. As I am a aquatic feline sometimes.
And you said you were looking for... You said you were looking for two big birds.
I am looking for one. Onyx is looking for a different one. Unrelated. Believe it or not, two giant birds completely unrelated.
Mine is a gentleman named Caulfield.
You are familiar with Caulfield.
Caulfield, I know. That's the one the feather belongs to.
This
no,
feather.
but this feather.
They both.
Your feather is much bigger and less and more electric than my feather.
Yes, this feather belongs to a troublesome individual who uses the name Paya.
That is not the name you were given, Titania.
Right. Well, maybe I don't know who you're looking for, but for a moment I thought. I definitely know Caulfield, though. I've lost the accent completely, but I definitely know Caulfield.
Perhaps you have encountered different Thunderers. They are all trouble.
That I can attest to, but they have their uses.
There is a purpose for their existence, yes. It's all balance and nature.
Let's see. What else? What can I tell you about Fafnir? Now that you all look very appropriate for a party. Avoid
Am
his
I-
staff
Okay.
or wrest it from him. I've seen firsthand what it can do, and it's not great. Anything else? Do you have any questions?
Does he have any emotional weaknesses?
He's a drunken lout. I can tell you that much.
Proud, greedy.
Proud, greedy, yes. Totally neglectful.
Mm-hmm.
Has a human with him. Don't know much about that one. Kind of keeps to himself. Oh, I'm told his human is not seen very often. That might be a way to get at him, though.
To kill the human?
Possibly.
I'm good at that.
Good. You've mentioned. I think that's it. I have a contact inside who might be able to help once we're in court. I'm too easily noticed to do much exploring.
And I won't be, surely.
You'd be surprised. And you with the cloak, I would keep that on you. Janet, was it? Jamie? Janice?
Janet.
Janet, right. You're very quiet.
I feel like everyone just turns to the
Yeah, we all
silence.
I think Janet is too busy being pretty to speak.
There's a certain appeal in Janice's appearance, for sure.
Wow.
Listen, her getting my name wrong is nothing but positive for me.
I mean,
Oh,
she's
I know what LD is doing.
Me? No.
I mean, she's like nudging Janet with her snout as if like, oh, maybe she didn't hear that you're being spoken to.
All right.
What is the name of your contact in case we come across them? So that way.
Nantor? Nator? What is it? Is that
Nanto.
Nantor? They are troublesome and probably a little grumpy, but Nato, there it is. But,
Is that the same face on Mishu's face?
Yes.
I can't believe a cat can look that upset.
You'd be surprised.
Seen a cat? Have you seen
That's
a cat?
true.
I can.
I haven't seen cats as often as I wished I could.
okay,
Cats
these
have
are... There is some very strange... Nope. Anyway, there are some very strange vibes going on here. Is this a name that is familiar to you? It is the cat.
Vaguely. It's just cats just fully talking, I guess. I'm assuming I can talk.
Oh yeah, you can still talk.
Vaguely. Interesting. Okay. And well, he's just like, huh.
Does this feather come from Nanto?
Yeah. You see why I didn't give any pronouns last session to the Thunderer?
Mishi just slowly turns to everyone else and goes, I fear I have misinterpreted the message that was sent to me.
I don't understand what you mean.
I no longer have an objective here, but seeing as Onyx has a curse to break, we push on.
Why don't you... I thought you had an acquaintance.
Nope. Nope.
So you don't know who the feather came from?
I do. Not an acquaintance.
Enemy?
Much closer.
Well, this has gotten very
Ex-partner?
interesting.
No.
That would have been spicy.
It's already spicy.
I think this is a good spot to end break.
This
to
has
break.
gotten very interesting indeed.
Let's go to break, everybody.
Contact. Oh god.
We'll take a second to take a break, regroup, recover from shock, and we'll be back soon. Bye. Hey folks, we are back from
Hello.
break. So just as before we get back into the narrative, we've had a lot of tensions. We've
Yes.
acquaintances that are no longer acquaintances and might be enemies. I think the only one with good news in this entire party right now is Onyx, who might have a solution for their curse as well as finding their buddy, Caulfield. But everyone else is just shit in the hole right now.
There's so much tension. I have no idea why.
But as a reminder, we are raising money for PCRF. If you want to do a little, if you are willing and able, we do have a donate link if you wanted to help us raise money. All right. Titania, I'm assuming you're just going to whisk everybody
Sure
to
am.
the front gates.
She's like, I've made a mistake. There's been a misunderstanding.
What does the royal court and palace look like normally?
Normally it's like a more elaborate version of the little tiny oasis that she's been in, but there's like big trees that are sort of knotted and intertwined in these really complicated knotworks to create archways. There's lots of like hidden like side chambers and things. There's also like stone altars and stone like beautiful stonework all around. There's like pools of water that you can see Fae lounging in, normally surrounded by like beautiful like scented flowers and lilies, and just I mean it looks like it's a beautiful foresty oasis sort of thing normally. And it's huge and massive, and the canopies sort of stretch up as far as they can go. And everything is green and lush and beautiful normally.
Right now, all like the base landmarks are the same. The amazing stonework, the lounging pools are still there, as well as these beautiful tall green canopies. But if you know what to look for or are very in tune with nature, everything just seems a little wilted, less energetic, less ethereal. Like, yes, those flowers are still over there, but the petals are starting to wilt a bit. Everything just seems a little more dim, as if you were in a smoky tavern room with bawdy songs going on in the background versus like an elegant party with a string quartet in the corner. And inside you hear the normal Fae talking, laughing, and there is a party going on.
As we like get near the front of it, Titania sort of shudders a little, just slightly, and you can see just like the hint of like a crystalline drop in the corner of her eye.
cannot enter and speak to your contact in this form.
Would you like me to change it then?
Yes, please. Something that is not this and not the form I was in before. Dealer's choice.
All right.
I'm gonna regret this.
I will at that request. I would transform Mishi, and I think that I would keep Mishi in sort of the like realm of like green and scales, but it's like a bright green. And I think maybe more Fae-like in appearance, keeping the horns, but the horns become like white antlers, or keep the white deer antlers. I would say it's similar. It's like basically the light version of the form that she originally saw you in. So it's like a bright grass green with white horns, and like put you in like sort of a flowing dress that's similar to what she's currently wearing, but that's gonna be like maybe like a sparkling pink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, yeah, Mishi's just saying, like, okay, I don't look how I normally look in either form. This is fine. Far more appropriate for this event, I'm sure.
I did like the other form, but your wish is my command for the moment.
This is the first time Mishi's had, like, ears at all, never mind pointed ears, and I think she's like, okay, okay.
Welcome to the court of the Fae Queen. In all of its current glory.
The magic smells weird here.
Yes, you're not wrong.
All right. What's the game plan, folks?
I think at least Titania would sort of enter first, but have told them to enter separately. Or set it up I feel like Titania would have tried to set it up in a way that they would have entered separately, so that even though they've got the symbol of the peace blossom, that they're not necessarily explicitly associated with her.
I have a question about table.
Mm-hmm.
Does Titania warn them at all about any other Fae customs as they go in?
Or Janet.
On the way there. Or Janet. Either of them.
I would have warned you not to like give your names, not to dance, and not to eat the food.
The last one is the only one that Mishi seems to have had a problem with.
Yeah. Those are the ones that Titania would have told you about.
Mm-hmm. Good to know.
Did you tell us what Fafnir looks like?
Yes. I personally don't know what he looks like, but I would have told you what he looks like.
Yeah. No problem. I can describe him when we see him.
Perfect. And then I would have described Nanto as well,
I was gonna have Amaya describe what Nanto looks like when he shows up.
Yes. Although I probably would have been like, and you know what my contact looks like. You'll have to check in with them as far as what news they have. Oh, and I would have probably given you a little bit of the gossip that I received about the court.
Probably means nothing. Half of it probably means nothing to you, folks.
I would have told them about. Oh gosh, where did you wrote this?
It's in your
for
DMs.
Me. Thank you. Look, you gave me a lot of information. There's
sorry.
so much information. It's so good.
Cassius Thalrune has been seen poaching golden apples. Is
Yes.
that of any?
I would have given. Okay, I gave the information about Fafnir's human. Probably the only. Yeah, I guess most of this I've already sort of. I've already kind of hinted at in a way. So, the only other one I would have said, Lyria of House Moonsong is currently sleeping with one of her scullery maids, and her father's not happy about it.
But this is miscellaneous shit, Faye gossip. That means jack shit.
Yeah, no, the rest of it, frankly, most of this is not that you would know.
Mm-hmm.
Or most of it is stuff that I've already conveyed, so. Mostly about his human.
Mm-hmm. Would Janet have said any other warnings of what not to do?
If she does, I think I would wait. If Titania is planning on entering separately, Janet would not say anything until she had left.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Yeah, and I assume once she goes to make her grand entrance, Janet, the tension doesn't leave altogether, but it does visibly dissipate a little bit. And she turns to Onyx and goes, "Onyx,
Yes.
the next time someone hides their face and doesn't speak in front of someone, maybe don't point them out."
Did I do something bad?
Oh.
I should have given you warning, but still.
You stepped on my tail.
I did not.
I did. I didn't know how else to get you to shut up.
She looks like she's about to look at it, reach into my tail type thing, turns around, sees it's gone, and is like, how dare you?
Look, we are in incredible danger while we are here, especially when we're working with her. And I would have avoided it at all costs normally, but you made a deal. So I'm here to help you fulfill that.
I am sorry. I don't really understand, but Janet, I know that I have appeared stupid and childish, but I am regularly much more capable than this. You do not have to help me if you do not want to, and I would never want to force you to do something that you do not want to do.
I don't think you're stupid. I'm sorry. I'm just on edge. I'm not comfortable here.
I understand.
But if we split up now, there's a much higher chance of things going wrong.
Okay? Don't dance. Don't eat the food. Don't give anyone else my name.
Don't give anyone else your name. Don't say thank you. Keep your promises if you make them. Don't take anything from anyone.
We're trying to try and take a staff.
Well, if someone offers you something,
Okay.
don't take it.
Okay.
If you incur a debt, it has to be repaid, and that shit comes with strings. So we all need to be prepared for this big bitch trying to pull one over on you, even when the deal is fulfilled.
What if someone owes me a debt after this?
Then we'll try and work that to our advantage.
Okay.
But be aware that everything here has a double meaning, and nothing is what it seems.
I'm really bad at double meanings.
I know, that's why we're gonna help each other. Take nothing at face value. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Stick to the shadows. We'll talk to this contact. Maybe I can approach that human, see if I can find anything out about them.
Mm-hmm.
We get in, complete the deal, we get out. We get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Okay. So do y'all enter? So the where Titania entered is like when you enter a ballroom and you descend the stairs and people like say your name. You have the option. You're asked, "What can we announce you?" Blah blah blah. Um, do you want to be announced?
We announced as a group of travelers.
Yeah, the doorman does look at you, lifts one eyebrow. Guests of the Fey Court. Which does turn some heads as the four of you descend the staircase. And you see this huge, beautiful tiled ballroom of sparkling gems embedded in the walls that are just twinkling slightly and emanating the light. On the far end, there is a dais with a throne. It is elaborately carved stone covered in vines and flowers, and currently upon it is a squat dwarf-like figure with a full beard, dressed in fairly gaudy fey clothing. So it is this really obnoxious teal blue that is clashing with this really bright green and embroidered in gold, and he is drinking heavily from a mug. When I say short, I'm talking like D&D race dwarf type, like that. In one hand, he is holding a staff, probably a couple feet long, and it seems to be made of carved bone. And he is flirting with a fae off to his side. The entire room is filled with a variety of fae, some of which have taken on more humanoid-like forms, incredibly beautiful, tall, ethereal, while some of them have decided to take on more of their natural forms, either camouflaging themselves into the greenery, looking like vines or flowers or other types of natural types of landscapes. But the most interesting and non-fey thing in this room would be a large birdcage hanging from the ceiling. And in the inside of this giant birdcage is a giant raven who looks incredibly disgruntled. And there is a fae right now flitting around the birdcage trying to snatch at Caulfield's feathers. And you see this, Onyx, right as Caulfield snaps at this fae's hand, and there is a brief yelp of pain and then laughter as you see this fae look at their now bleeding hand as they are like, oh darn, and fly back down to the floor.
You guys see steam pour out from the sides of Onyx's mouth.
That is a bird cage. You told me about those.
Yes, and Caulfield should never be inside of one.
That's Caulfield?
Yes,
He's fucking huge.
I told you, he was the size of a horse.
It's hard. It's one thing to imagine a horse-sized bird. It's quite another to see it in person.
If I had realized how fantastical I could be, I would be much larger than I am right now. Probably two of them.
You're muted, Charlie. I couldn't hear you.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Hello?
Hello.
Zoom is committing crimes against me today. Do you want to bust him out of there?
Yes.
Okay.
Would he aid in our battle?
Oh, yes. But first I have to apologize to him.
Did you put him in the cage?
No, but I didn't listen to him for a very long time.
We'll add it to the
Carry
list.
on.
We can't just stray down there and bust and kick down the cage. Have to be careful. Bit clever.
I have a question. Based on what you've told me already. Technically, in a way that makes me uncomfortable, Caulfield is mine.
Okay.
Can these people steal things?
They have a very nasty habit of being incredibly clever about how they get things from people. If you can somehow prove that Caulfield belongs to you, if there's something concrete that they can't ignore or talk away, that's our best bet. If not, we're gonna have to be just as tricky.
No, mothers. I do not. Currently.
What would be an appropriate offering when meeting a Fey Queen?
They like shinies.
Noted. This we also agree on. Interesting.
Camilla, what are you doing?
Me?
Camilla.
Camilla.
I had a question.
Yeah.
What do I see around this place, given that I have the ability to see the beyond? It specifically says, just if it helps with the description, perceive creatures and objects that are normally invisible, out of phase, or only partially in this universe.
I will say that some things you notice, since you are intrinsically linked to death and in as well as life, technically. I will say you will also notice the plant slowly dilating, like I described to LD earlier. This place is starting to decrease in its splendor and its vibrancy. You will also see that staff that I was describing, massive amount of death magic, like artifact level amounts of death magic surrounding the staff that Fafnir is holding. And I think at this point in the session and this type of evening, you know that whispering and that you've been hearing this entire time?
Yeah, I've been wondering about that.
It is getting louder and it is more in your ears. And this is where the real part of your intrusion comes in.
Great.
Yeah, let's go.
You're taking a hindrance from here on out until that's resolved, because it is that in your mind. And it is getting louder and it is getting closer. I also want you to roll some kind of check to see if you recognize this staff that Fafnir is holding. Because I just realized Titania didn't tell you what it was called.
No, not at all. I don't know if she knows. She probably does.
She is the only one who has a chance of figuring out what this is. You know it
What is the difficulty level for this?
Yeah, it is going to be difficult, and it seems familiar, but you've never seen it. This is one of those types of things where all death is interconnected type of deals, where you might...
Great! That's even worse.
You might be able to get a hint or an inkling of what this might be. This is going to be an intimidating task. So challenge 6.
Oh.
God.
But I am going to give you an asset because of your background. So it's down to a 15.
5.
Yeah, it's down to a 5. Are you going to spend any effort?
Yes.
Okay.
Most assuredly.
Okay.
So I have an edge. Well, I have an edge in everything, technically. So
Yes.
that's only 2. Ah, God. I'm going to assume finding, hitting things, and will not apply here as anything in any way that can help me, correct?
No.
So it's just a fort. So I need to get 12.
All right, please roll
Godspeed,
for me.
little buddy. It's only a 5. No luck.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's
Damn
not
it.
enough. But you can recognize it for the danger that it is, though. I will tell you that much. This is incredibly dangerous. You do not want to get hit by this thing. It is something that you would use.
Yeah.
Would it help if I created a distraction?
What? I mean, I can't reach up there right now. These wings, they wouldn't bear me that high.
Would it help?
I don't even know if we have a plan yet.
We kill Fafnir.
I don't know if we'll be able to manage that.
Why not?
Fae only get stronger when they're in their own realms, and we're in his house.
You believe that short man could best all of us?
Anything's possible here.
None of you want to be touched by that. By his staff. That is something that I would have used in my old life. In my previous form.
It would kill us?
Painfully, I might add.
Definitely kill me, probably. I think violence, outright violence, should be a last resort. Because that can be taken as an offense. And that kind of offense is dangerous.
Is this another rule?
It's a pattern of behavior that I've noticed in stories. When a fae is offended, they can become very angry.
They are quite mercurial. While they're talking, Titania, what are you up to?
Around Titania, having gone in ahead, would have. I think she's in like a corner. There's like not in the farthest corner, probably against the wall, and you notice that there would be like it's basically a empty around her. Like she's maybe sitting on a bench with a glass of something in her hand. She looks really regal, but literally no one's talking to her.
All right.
And you can tell she kind of like has this air of like looking super bored, but you would notice that she's watching everything and specifically she's watching you, the party, to see what your reactions are, and then also watching Fafnir.
Amaya, what does Nanto's humanoid form look like?
Oh, she would be talking to probably.
Okay, yeah. I mean, she's
yeah.
been the only thing she's doing has been like kind of scanning the crowd for him. Nanto is a tall, frustratingly good-looking man.
Yes.
He's not supernaturally tall, but he is tall, probably like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
And he has long hair that he normally, I don't know if his appearance is different now, keeps back in a braid, and then it's always adorned with various things like feathers or furs or something. And then he wears a lot of furs and things that have really complex beading, like just anything to show off, really. And he has, most notably, large, even in humanoid form, large feathered wings.
The hair and its adornments are untouched. However, he has been kindly asked to wear some fae clothing. More of the what is more fashionable in court. A lot of blacks and golds and stuff that glitters, especially against his feathers. And
He'd probably be into that still.
yeah, oh yeah, it's just not what he would normally wear, but still, it's very pretty. It's fetching. And Titania, you see this frustratingly good-looking but very annoyed individual, kind of like trudge up to you.
I would I would kiss them intimately on the cheek
Ooh.
and whisper in their ear, I think you have a friend here, Nato. You've been keeping secrets from me.
I've been keeping no such thing.
I'm not sure I believe that.
I don't have a lot of friends.
Hell.
A
We'll
lot
see
of
about
family. A lot of enemies. And acquaintances.
Well, maybe they're one of those.
Unlikely.
I've brought some people here to help with our little problem.
Your little problem.
It will be yours too if we don't fix it. Will be everybody's problem if we don't fix it. Soon, and I can sense it. They will need your help, please. Aid them as you can.
Can we renegotiate the deal for my release if I help them?
We can talk about it, yes.
I want to talk about it before I agree.
All right, what do you want?
I want to leave and no longer be indebted to you.
If you help me get my title back, you will be free to go. If.
And you won't wrap me back. Free in all sense of the word.
Free in all sense of the word.
Fine.
Your attitude was getting tiring anyway.
Fine, where are they?
I gesture, I point to the party over there. Go. You can't stay too long with me here or they'll start to... People will talk.
Mishi sees him and hides behind Onyx.
Yeah.
Is that your enemy?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's coming this way.
No.
He's coming this way. He is beelining. He might be handsome, but like not a lot of social tact.
Weird.
Relatable.
Then it just very casually up, down. I'm only human.
You can look.
I can look.
Yeah, he's like very muscular, but it's like the kind of muscle where it's like, oh, you work out for the purpose of looking good, not for like utility.
Strength.
Yeah.
It's a bodybuilder, not a muscle builder.
Yeah.
And he just marches right up to you, standing next to Janet and Camilla. I'm told I need to help you.
Greetings to you as well.
Hi.
Are you the one known as Nanto?
That is what they call me.
Interesting. What assistance can you offer?
I can hit things really hard.
Good.
Interesting.
I am quite powerful.
Good.
There's an aerial advantage.
Ariel, you say?
His wings rustle a little bit. He looks. He leans over a little bit to look behind Onyx. What are you looking
She's
at?
like, keeps
What are you
leaning.
looking at? Like, I know I'm pretty, but now's not the time.
I don't think my friend thinks you're pretty.
Well, that's their loss.
It's like exactly Janet's situation with Titania, but with Mishi, where it's like she's not saying anything, but it's fury.
Do you know if there's a key to that cage?
Would he know? Maybe. And he looks back up. I think it's just got a latch. Crow doesn't have any opposable thumbs, so
So Raven.
Raven. Yeah, they the birds lost a couple big feathers, so
Is he like you? In debt?
Nanto disgruntledly shrugs. Don't know. Got here a couple months before me.
How long have you?
Months.
How long have you been here?
Couple weeks.
How much do you know of the fat fuck on the throne?
Here a little longer than I have, but a drunk. Not very smart, in my opinion. Even I can tell that he's doing a number on the realm of this place. All the natural energy just feels not great. And like, Mishi, you would have probably noticed it as well earlier. That the nature is off. Rules with fear. Which normally is whatever, but there's no respect. There's no responsibility.
In your opinion, would it be easier to fight him or outsmart him?
If you're gonna fight him, you're gonna die.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, when he got here, he'll nod his head over to Fafnir and at the staff. He used that staff to kill Oberon.
He killed Oberon's dead.
Oberon is dead.
Nope, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. I'm not laughing.
Out of character, it's hilarious.
Was Oberon another queen?
Oberon was Titania's husband.
Unfortunate.
Yes, quite tragic.
This was LD's idea. It was a great idea.
Damn, LD.
Yeah.
Love that.
Worst open relationship that ever existed. The two of them.
You get it. You understand.
Yeah. Right.
He's a drunkard. And he's stupid. Can we poison him?
Do you have something we can poison him with?
I don't know. What do they... Are they like humans?
Not really.
No.
They don't like iron, they don't like salt. But I don't know if them eating salt. Well, I mean, I have some, we can try it.
You could put salt in
They
his
like
wine
gifts.
and challenge him to a drinking contest.
That would require one of us to drink.
If it's a contest, it's...
Do Fae like gifts?
Yes. Yes, they do.
Would it show poor manners if they looked down upon a gift?
I actually don't know this one. Like outright refusing a gift. I don't think they have to take. No, I don't think so. Not to my knowledge.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
I have a very malevolent idea above table, but I don't know if it would actually
I mean-
Maybe the
work.
crown thing, I'm guessing.
Listen,
Yeah, exactly.
you have the cipher for a reason. We gotta use
Your
it.
ciphers. You'll get more. Fucking
No,
use
no.
it.
It's not me
Oh,
wanting to hold
shit.
on to it. It's just
Hold
the constant,
on.
It's just
Oh,
I
the
have a
thought.
cipher I want to use.
It's
but-
just the thought of if this
I'm
goes
just-
poorly, I am fucked, and I would like to live. But
Does a death
I
god
can,
really need to live, though? Yes. Yes. Yes.
What is
Okay.
I have-
happening?
I am discovering the notion of friends. I am discovering the notion of gay. I would like to know more about all of these things.
Take up your first hobby.
Did you say take up a perverse hobby?
No, your first hobby.
Oh, your first hobby. I heard perverse hobby.
No.
I'm like,
Your first hobby can be perverse.
It can be, but that's not what I said.
Heard of AO3?
anyways, in character, I have something that I could potentially gift him that would be unpleasant for him to make use of.
And I have something actually that would make him more susceptible. I think.
As do I. Something tells me we have similar ciphers.
What's a cipher?
What?
Onyx sort of does reaches in and pulls out a small vial. Where she was keeping this, you don't know.
It's a mystery. I don't need to
How
know.
was she
Yes.
keeping them?
This is my mother's blood. It is very powerful. I have seen her use it to shield people from great danger. I've seen her use it to cast great and powerful spells. And I have seen her use it to make people fall to her whims in interesting manners.
Fall to their knees, so to say?
Listen,
Yes.
gotta respect the hustle.
It's like an aphrodisiac. It's fine.
I can maybe use it to, depending on what property the blood takes on, to assist us in giving this gift.
How sneaky are you, Onyx?
Right now, when I want to be for my own gain, yes.
Okay. Okay. A few steps to this plan that I'm just gonna spitball out there. Step 1, some kind of distraction. Doesn't have to be big, just enough to entertain the drunkard enough that he's not keeping an eye on his drink. Step 2, Onyx or somebody slips the blood into his drink. Step 3, we approach and make that offering and hope that he's taken the bait.
No, one of us would use the blood. We
Oh,
do
one
not
of
want
us
to
would
give
u-
him the blood.
Oh,
No,
I
it is
see.
very powerful,
I
good
see.
magic for us.
I see. Well,
As an offering or something, I could make. This is only game terms in the description. I'm like, how do I say this in character? I have a specific offering, which under normal circumstances would be very disrespectful to give as an offering, but he seems a very disrespectful man. It would make him more susceptible to any sort of pressures we put upon him, whether they be social or physical.
I have a question for you quickly, Titania.
Yes.
Does your glamour disguise voices?
No.
All right, Mishi, make me a deception-based check to hide your actual the fact that you are Mishi.
Mishi didn't ask me to change the voice, so I didn't.
Have to be specific with the Fae, damn it.
Because you were disguised, Nanto didn't realize it was you. He just thought you were being weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deception and persuasion. You have an inability in that.
I sure do.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Sure.
Nanto also knows you really well. I'm
Well-
assuming.
Not really.
Okay, then mind then.
It's not what you think.
It's not what you think.
I think that they're. I honestly think that you're like siblings or something that hate each other.
Okay, so what?
This would be a difficulty 4 normally.
And then it goes up to 5 with my
Ability.
ability.
Yeah.
You got this.
You spending effort?
You got this.
Yeah. I gotta, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to, no.
You don't
You
have
don't
to.
have to. It's just it's a difference between 15 and above and 12 and above.
I'm gonna do that.
All right. Okay.
15% easier.
Uh-huh.
You can do it. What'd you get?
That's a 3.
Yeah.
Close.
So you do not pass this check.
Oh, really?
No, absolutely not. And I think what's going to happen is, like, he's listening to you, and there's just, like, you could see the wheels going in his head. It's kind of like the woman math meme, and just, like, thinking for a second. And then he looks at you, Mishi. He looks at you, Titania, from across the room, briefly glances it over everyone else. And Mishi, would you like an experience point?
What's the catch?
You don't get to know the catch until you accept or deny the experience point.
I'm not gonna say no and take away the drama of all of the viewers at home. I'm not saying no.
Who is the other experience point for?
Onyx, the reason we're in this mess.
Okay, so this is happening within 2 sessions of each other. Mishi, make a dodge, a speed defense roll. As
It's on sight, motherfucker.
it's on sight. You all hear like this crackling voice, almost like lightning, and storms coming out of his throat. I thought you were dead. We need to rectify that. And then he looks at everyone else, especially at like Titania and mostly at you, Janet. Here's your distraction.
I was gonna say we got distraction now. But I don't get to use my Cypher, but that's fine.
It's okay, I've got one. We're good.
So Mishi, make me a speed defense roll.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's go.
Difficulty?
4.
4, I'm trained, so does that mean it goes down by 1?
Yes, it goes down by 1.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's a 7.
Yeah, that doesn't do it, hun. So you're gonna take 4 points of damage into your strength pool, and we're gonna go into an initiative. Whether you all participate in the combat is up to you, but this is the distraction. So everybody, so LD, you can also roll and participate in this.
I will. Absolutely.
God. Again.
Oh,
Oh. There's a 2.
I got a 9.
Hold on.
7.
So Janet is a 3. LD was a challenge 2. What was Angela? What was yours?
A 2.
So you got a challenge 0. Onyx, what did you get?
16.
So that's a challenge 5. And then I have to put what's his face in the initiative as well. Environment will go at the end.
environment.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And then what's his face this is his challenge. But I'll say he's hindered right now because he's drunk. Okay, so the order is Onyx, Fafnir, Nanto, and then everyone else can go in any order. So Jenna, LD, Camilla, Environment. All right, Onyx, you first.
Onyx reacts very poorly to this because it looks very similar to something that just happened to her. And
Correct.
this time she is full of anger. And so something appears in her hand. And you said that this is a pretty natural place, right, Mare?
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's like dirt.
Yeah.
Onyx takes what's in her fist and just drives it into the dirt. And for a second, when she removes her hand, you guys see like sharp white things sort of burrow in, and then almost exploding out of the dirt are 4.
Oh, you're using this.
Yes, I'm using my dragon's teeth. Are 4 armed warriors, one with an axe, one with a bow, one with a sword, and one with a hammer. And they all look like a very stone-faced woman who has similar features to Onyx, but with like white hair and dark like just like Onyx skin with bright red scales instead. And she she says, "Hold, unless she needs help."
They nod and salute. Fafnir is startled at the sudden shriek of, yelling and angry screaming from Nanto to Mishi. And
Did he just punch me? Like, what happened?
his nails, he uses his nails almost like a beak.
Ugh.
And is like going, it's like a puncture.
Stupid.
Probably like right into your shoulder.
Doesn't even know how to use his claws. This guy sucks.
And Fafnir doesn't really do anything except like flop over like right off the throne onto the floor before standing up and trying to get like a look at what's going on, because fight. All right, Nanto is going to go. It is Nanto's turn, and Mishi, make another speed defense roll. This time he does go for a raking claw attack at you.
Difficulty.
Same as it's 4 again.
Okay.
So Tanya, your pet is.
Oh, I'm aware of what's happening.
So it's 4, but then I'm trained, so it goes down to 3?
Yes, challenge 3.
Okay, I rolled a 12.
You succeed. And what does it look like as you dodge?
I think she's like rolling out of the way, and any like, before she was kind of looking at how other people were standing and carrying themselves and more or less doing that, but a little bit more awkwardly. All that's gone. She's back to like her normal posture, and like claws are out, and she's like, here we go. And now she's like in a stance where she's like ready.
Yeah. Onyx, I would say Mishi has not looked like or asked for help since she's dodged, so the warriors are just standing there. And then everybody else, so Jenna, LD, and Camilla, any order you would like to go?
I don't know if I got put on the turn order, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you get again?
I got a 6.
Yes, you are in this group as well.
Okay.
Mishi, if you want to go before I do, I know what I would like to do, but
I'm hitting him.
Yeah, roll to
it's just
hit.
claws and claws.
Do it.
Yep. Oh, these dice are so cursed. I got a 7.
Yeah, that does not work. He uses wings to like rush backwards out of the way as you try to attack him. All right, everybody else.
I will convey to Nato in the special way that we have that this distraction was very cute, but to leave my ally alone and go get the damn staff.
That's a direct order.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. All right, Janet and Camilla.
I think that Janet would kind of like, as the crowd kind of mingles, she would like disappear into the crowd and start making her way towards Fafnir's throne, trying to like sneak and try and get there without him noticing her.
Yeah, roll a stealth-based check, please.
Okay.
You do have an asset from your cloak. You do have all your gear.
Okay. What am I trying to hit?
He is a challenge 6, but he is also drunk, so there is technically a 5 right now.
Okay, and then plus my cloak makes
Yes.
it a 4.
Yes, and then you can add effort if you would like.
Okay, would this be speed,
This would be-
intellect?
This would be speed.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna spend effort to bring it down to a 3 because I'm scared.
That is absolutely fair.
All right, so I just gotta hit a 9.
Correct.
Do this. 15.
Yeah, you are gliding through the crowd.
Cool. If possible, I'd like to get behind his throne. Is that possible in this turn, or
Not in this
would it-
turn. You can do it in next turn.
Gotcha.
Camilla.
I want to do stuff with the throne, but I'm also like, I have to make sure Mishi is going to be okay too.
Yeah, you wouldn't have heard Titania say anything.
No, I wouldn't
None
have.
of you would have.
You did see Onyx make soldiers to assist Mishi if she needs assistance. I'm not trying to stop you. I'm just letting you know what you have seen, just in case.
Yeah, but also Camilla's in that state where she's like, she knows if she goes berserk, this is not going to stop. So she can't actually fight either. She...
Remember, you're hindered.
Yeah, I know. Is there any actual... Wait, on that note, is there anything particular about what they are saying or the noises I'm hearing? Like, that I can tell they're coming from anywhere?
They're coming
Like,
from the sky
specifically?
somewhere. They're, I believe, if I remember the lore correctly, they're coming on the west wind. But it is incomprehensible wailing of pain and death, death eternal.
Casual.
Very cash.
The Fae, and I'm also
Yeah.
a death god. This is Tuesday. So there's no way to take any sort of action to better parse it out, correct?
No, you will not be able to parse it out.
God damn it, Nanto, you're making my life annoying. I'm going to swipe attack
Relatable.
him. Or there's no way to hinder him that would not count as making some sort of attack, correct?
Sorry, one more time. What was that?
There's no way to hinder him, like restrain him without and not have that considered being in combat, correct?
No, I would say if you try to restrain him, it won't count as like an attack. Like, or is it worded in a way if you enter combat?
It says, once you begin fighting, you see only red.
You're not fighting him though. You're trying to restrain him. I will say
Alright, then
I
I'm
will
gonna
say
try
if
and
you
restrain
physically
him.
attack him, like to do damage, that will
I'm gonna
trigger.
try and restrain him.
All right, challenge
I am
4.
a massive, yeah. But it's hindered.
Correct, so challenge 5.
So I will put in effort. I'm gonna assume this is might to do this because this is more about like grappling him.
Correct.
So I will spend the 2 to bring this down to a 4.
All right. You can do it. I have faith in you.
Oh, come on.
No!
It's an 11.
Oh no.
Oh, Lord.
I am sorry. He is a lithe, slippery bastard. He is quick.
I hate this man already, Mishi.
Lightning quick, one might say.
Yeah.
Oh,
Back to the top of the round, Onyx.
I see Janet slip off. I see Camilla helping with Mishi. There's one thing on her mind that she needs to do, that she wants to do, and that's all she can really feel to follow right now. She knows she should be working together, but who knows? This could be a distraction. So there's bowers, right? There's a canopy and everything, and like stuff. I'm gonna try and
19,
fucking
Parkour.
climb. Yeah, parkour my way to the cage.
Yeah, depending on how you decide to parkour, I could say this would be a speed or strength.
Speed or might?
Speed or might, yes.
Okay, I don't have an edge in either of those, so I honestly don't think either of them matter.
It's up to you.
Well, I'll say might. I am trained in climbing, jumping, running, and swimming.
Yep. This would be a difficult task, so challenge 4.
Okay, so then it's challenge 3 currently.
Yep.
I can... You know what? I am gonna apply 2 levels of effort. This might hit me in the back if I get hurt later. But that is 6 points. No, 5 points, because the second level is 2.
Correct. And that you just need to get a 3 or higher.
Correct. Things I have still done. Rolled less than a 3. That's a 5. So we did it. We
Yeah.
did it, Reddit. We did it.
What does it look like as you parkour up to Caulfield?
You see Onyx's wings fold in tightly. And there is something very lizard-like as she leaps onto one of these knotted trees and starts to she knows that the claws don't work very well, but she leans on the strength and sort of leaps up and then starts to do almost like a half glide with pulsing her wings out as she starts to swing from branch to branch towards Caulfield.
Remind me, Caulfield is he, him pronouns?
Yes.
Do you make it to, do you grab onto the cage and just hang there to get to him?
Yes.
As soon as you monkey latch onto it, making the whole cage swing a little bit, Caulfield's ruffles his feathers and he's like, Onyx?
Yes! Yes! Okay. Alright. I'm gonna get you out of there.
What are you doing here?
That's way too long for this right now.
Next turn I'll say you can undo the latch. There is a lot of commotion. And Nanto, let me roll a die to see what he does, because he's not really in the middle of the action right now. This is a distraction. So
You mean Fafnir?
sorry, Fafnir, yes. So odds
I was like, Nato doesn't have a
No.
choice right now. What not Nato?
odds he stays near the throne, evens he's going to go investigate. Evens, he stands up, kind of composes himself a little bit, and begins walking over to where this fight is happening, teetering a little bit. He's got the staff in one hand and alcohol in the other. Janet, you will not need to run another. He's much closer. You don't need to use your turn to move.
Cool.
Nacho's turn. He looks like he wants to kill you. He's staring at you.
She looks the same.
Yo, buddy.
Like lightning is arcing over his arms and wings and hair, and then he looks back over at Titania and harumps and runs past you while speed walking towards Fafnir's direction.
She looks genuinely shocked.
Shocked.
The warriors don't do anything.
Hey.
And then everybody else.
I think she goes to attack him again.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Don't turn your
We're
back
not
on me.
done here, bitch. We're not done.
Finish what you started.
God.
Yeah, like she was like, she's like injured and bloody, and then he goes to walk away.
That's insulting.
At
go
least
for it.
fully kill me, jerk.
Yeah, you can roll to hit him. Go for it. Take him down.
Don't pity me. Don't leave me here just hurt.
The difficulty,
4.
and I'm gonna use effort.
Mm-hmm.
Please, I've been rolling so bad. That's a 15.
You do hit him. And how many points of damage do you do?
4.
Yeah.
Just claws across his back.
You hear a bird-like screech of anger and pain and annoyance as you stab him. Anybody else?
I would love to use one of the things that I can do according to my playbook here, which is to manipulate the vines that are around the throne, as dying as they are, sort of use one of my powers to grow them and have them wrap around Fafnir.
And you are a level 7 right now, and Fafnir is... Do you remember me saying I debuffed Titania's playbook by 2 levels?
You did mention that.
I
don't know what that means, though. So
You were
know.
originally
That
level
means
9.
she's
Right,
Jesus Christ.
Yikes.
but I'm not currently.
Anyway, you are level 7. He is a level 6. So as he's walking away, you can grab him.
Great. And I would love to do...
Cypher, you're only allowed to do one thing per turn.
Right. No, so the vines can either hold or do damage.
Oh, perfect. What would you like to do?
According to the vines. So, or according to what I am reading.
Okay.
So I think... Now, I've seen him use this staff.
Yes.
Right.
You
And
have.
do I know if he had to do, like, say anything with the staff or wield it in some, like, what he did in order to activate the staff?
Yeah, there is a code phrase, basically.
Okay, great. We are going to do damage via strangulation then.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
How much damage does he take?
It says 7 points of damage.
All right. You.
This is the level 9 playbook, though.
I will
So I don't know
say
if that changes.
we'll
things.
release. We'll down it by 2 points.
Perfect. Okay, great.
So 5 damage.
For honesty. So yes, he's got vines wrapped around for flavor wrapped around his arms and everything like that.
Right.
But the only thing that's actually happening is the strangulation.
Yep. Everyone else.
Cool. That is my turn.
Janet, when the vines start to choke Fafnir. Oh boy. Oh god. Okay, I'm just gonna stick with my original plan. She materializes emerging from the crowd to get into Fafnir's line of sight. Mask on, and in her hand she has the heart's heart. And she goes, "My Lord Fafnir, there appears to be a coup attempt in progress." Oh, don't for a minute. Hey, okay. Let me do my thing.
I'm sorry. And that was
Like, I'd offer my services to help you quell this in exchange for a favor.
Sorry, one more time. What are you offering? Sorry, I was asking a question to someone.
It's like, I would offer my assistance in helping to quell this attack in exchange for a favor. And I'm offering the heart's heart, and I'm gonna be a little bit rules lawyery. It just says when the user offers the heart to another living being, all attempts by the user to bribe, deceive, coerce, or convince the recipient are eased by 2 steps.
Make a thing.
I'm also gonna spend effort to just to really drive it home.
You can.
I assume that's an intellect thing.
That is an intellect, yes.
Okay, so what was the level original? What would the level have been originally?
He was 5 because he's drunk.
5. Okay, -2 because of the heart's heart, which is 3, plus effort brings it down to a 2.
Correct. So you need at least a 6. You can do it. I have faith in you.
I don't know if I should want this to happen or not.
11.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. He nods at you.
Might I? And I nod towards the staff. Since you seem occupied.
You can just try and take it.
Yeah, I can just take it. Okay, I'll take it. Does he let me take it, or is that?
I think you do need to make a strength check here.
God damn it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And this time it's not going to be, his drunkenness is not going to apply here. He really does not want to let it go. So this is
okay.
a 6.
That's okay. I'm going to spend some might effort. Okay, to bring it down to a 5. Fuck! It's a natural 1!
Yes!
No!
So what happens is when you take this, when you try to grab this thing, you're going to take 5 points of damage as you are seared with this unbelievable pain right into the depths of your soul.
Sorry, did you say a number of damage that I took? I kind of zoned out a little.
5.
5? Ah! Uh-oh.
Sorry.
It's fine.
LD just over
It's
there
fine.
in the corner like a little gremlin watching this.
Yes, correct.
All right, we're going to finish
I swung
up.
big.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I swung big and I missed. It's fine.
So we're going to finish up this round before something TM happens.
Oh, God.
Who hasn't gone yet? At the end of the round.
Milla.
I haven't gone.
All right.
Just out of curiosity, would there be any stretch of the imagination that this would be easier for me to have that object, given that the background and everything?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then I'm gonna just follow suit with Janet. I'm gonna try and take it.
All right. I will say that you will have an asset because you are a death god, ex-death god.
No. It's adjacent death god. Thank you very much.
Sure.
I'm never gonna let you forget that phrasing. It
Death
hurts
God
so badly.
adjacent.
So you'll have to beat 5 to start. You do need to take it from him. He's not letting it go.
So I will spend effort.
All right.
So that brings it down to a 4.
It brings it down to a 4.
That's 14.
So you do.
That works.
You do feel a little bit of pain. And I think, like, as you grab this, you also realize what it is. I'm going to give that to you. Like,
Yay.
now that you have it in your hands and Fafnir's looking at you fucking pissed, You recognize what this is. This is a... Oh, I have to go back to my other spreadsheet. Hold on. This is
other spreadsheet.
Sorry,
This
I
is
have
just
two different sets of
multiple-
notes. I was looking at LDs, but I wanted to go back to my
Oh,
GM
Lord.
notes.
I have. Goodbye, everybody.
So you recognize this staff as the Kaladanda, which is a club used by another death god by the name of Yana. Yana is the Hindu god of death. Once fired, it could kill anyone, no matter what boons they had to protect themselves.
Great.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have this now.
So I will need to create a stat block for this artifact at some point now. It's fine. It's fine.
Hey,
But
I
now
didn't think I would actually get to keep this.
you might not. We're still figuring shit out. But now I did say everybody, because LD's only here for one session. If something TM happens, and would everyone like an experience point again?
uh-oh.
Yes.
Sure.
If we all say
Everyone
no,
gets
does
some.
LD stay?
Only if LD can get her schedule to work.
Holding you we're holding you
I
hostage.
I could do like half of the session next week, but only half.
I was joking, but unless you want.
If I have to, I didn't.
Well,
wanna
I
do
was
it.
gonna give you your time to shine, as if you wanted it. You want
Oh yes, I mean I'm gonna do that. That's
okay,
better.
perfect. So
Alright,
two
everybody,
things
we're gonna
happen.
die.
So two things happen. The first one is Fafnir's pissed. He's starting to yell about how that's his. This is all his. He is the queen of the Fey realm, because fuck gender roles.
hmm He took my title. He's the queen.
He is the queen of the Fey realm. This is his. Everything here. Incredibly greedy. And as he is yelling all this, he is starting to morph and grow and break out of these vines, Titania.
Know what he is.
And his flesh is bubbling. And Onyx, you recognize this. A large two-limbed creature, actually, with wings and a giant maw. A dragon.
It's a fucking dragon for once!
Fafnir in the original mythology
Yep,
becomes
is a
a
dragon.
dragon. I was
Oh,
afraid that you would keep it.
The second thing is Camilla, those voices that have been in your head this entire time since you arrived into the Fey realm cloud your senses. You cannot hear the other people around you. You can barely focus on other faces in front of you. And everybody sees now a mass of souls and spirits flying around in the sky. The Slua has appeared.
What?
So the Slua is a horde of undead that just fly around in Irish mythology. And it is here. And it is looking for something.
Great. Cool.
Titania, you've known the Slua has been coming.
Yep,
You
sure have.
You know that it has been on its way. What do you want to do?
This is tricky because this is it, right? I mean, they've got the staff, which is great, but I don't have my throne back yet. Okay.
But you are still, at your heart, you are the queen.
Yeah. Cool. Great. I am going to stride up to so that I'm face to face with Fafnir in dragon form. Also, I think this puts me next to Janet.
Janet, Camilla,
Great.
Nanto.
I'm going to look at Janet briefly and go, I do know you. You're Tamlin's trollop. And then I am going to look at Carmilla. You need to get that out of here now. And, oh, you all might want to cover your eyes. And I and Titania starts to glow brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. She will summon every last bit of power that she has at her disposal, anything that is extra, and just create this like really bright, like the power of the sun, and use that to drive away the Slua and blind Fafnir. And that's going to take everything she has and everything she is.
You have an option, actually.
I do.
You have an
Exciting.
option. You can get rid of completely one or the other. Like, completely. Eradicate.
Completely the Slua. Because ultimately, the realm will survive as long as they're gone. And somebody else can take care of Fafnir.
All right. Do all of you close your eyes? Avert your gaze.
I guess.
Well, it's either
Onyx
that or
is
be
swinging from a fucking is swinging from above. I'm gonna say that the bottom of the bird cage is guarding her eyes.
That's fair. But those who are right in the line of fire.
Cover my eyes. I don't want to go blind.
Yeah.
Would I have the wherewithal with all of the noises and everything in my head to be able to look away?
Ooh, that's a good question. Probably not.
Can I say that I turn into Camilla to shield my eyes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
This tall ass hot death god. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got 2.5 feet on me right now.
I don't hear you complaining.
Didn't say that.
The Slua. Janet, as the Slua begins to dissipate, souls fleeing in multiple directions instead of being in a horde. The headache, the voices begin to fade. You are blinking away all the spots in your eyes. It's impossible to get a good look on anything. And as all of you look around, I'm going to say, actually, yeah, Fafnir's also probably blinded as well from the flight. You're good. Because I don't think he would have had the foresight to cover his eyes. Is also blinking, and there's just this quiet silence over the entire room. Everybody, all the other Fae, are confused. They were watching this very interesting fight, but instead, the queen that once was and shall be destroyed a massive horde of souls, nowhere to be seen. And there is a dragon in the middle of a ballroom, blinking in confusion, disoriented. I will say the group has 2 rounds before Fafnir is able to orient himself. What do you do?
Onyx from above the whole ballroom screams down to her soldiers. Is Zoom playing with my fucking shit again?
Got a little loud this time, though.
Oh,
The
cool.
opposite
Sorry. Screams down to her soldiers. Attack him! Which is not an action,
Yes.
with my stuff, and just sort of like clambers up to the latch and just tries to force it open.
You don't need to. You can open it. It's not locked. It's just not operatable by something with claws.
Yeah, unlatches it and just it's a bad time for tears, but she's crying and she's just like, Caulfield, I'm so sorry.
Caulfield like preens your head a little bit and like I'm gonna jump and you're gonna jump on me so you don't fall and go splat. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
And he'll like shimmy past you out at the door and like jumps and spreads his wings, which are
The
not
nobles-
completely feathered.
Everyone is gonna pay for that.
All right.
You know, it's fine.
What else?
I think Camilla turns to Janet, run or kill it.
I think she puts her hand on your hand that's holding the staff and lowers it so it's aimed at Fafnir.
Yeah.
Staff on Fafnir.
All right.
Can do it.
Do it. Do it.
Okay. This is going to be a very difficult check. Okay. This, as a dragon, Fafnir's 7. Okay.
So,
As the death god, I will say you have an asset, but that's still very difficult. This will be an int check to use this item correctly.
to use it correctly, great. God. Literally.
You can do it. Do you still have your nat 20 that was gifted in the first session?
Do you?
I haven't used anything. I've taken my rolls as they are.
Just saying. Just saying.
You know,
It's up to you.
on behalf of all of my fellow dragoon enthusiasts, I'm going to kill a dragon.
You can use your natural 20.
Yeah.
Tell me how this looks. And what this staff does as you destroy a dragon.
God, do I do the cool thing or do I do the emotional thing?
Not both.
Can you do
Okay.
both?
Yeah. So, I think what Tangent in the chat is going emotional. So, I think what happens is that it is the most bestial that anyone has ever seen Camilla, even far beyond like the initial like pounce that Mishi did and fighting with them. It is truly her losing herself to like the worst parts of what she used to be and do. And I think it's an aspect of the staff almost reforming into like an extended aspect of like a bone claw wrapped around her own hands. And she leaps directly where Fafnir's throat is. And there is a moment of like clawing, and I assume Fafnir is just like not dealing with this and tries to like fling her off, but as she's flung up in the air, she just drives down and just jumps on top of him and just rips him to shreds. It's not, there is no like clean cuts, there is nothing delicate about this. It is basically the antithesis of everything that the Fae try and create and pretend that they are. All the refinery, all of the delicate, this place is just her ripping him to shreds.
And this dragon's body falls to the ground with a thud, reverberating across the ground. As Titania disappeared, so did everyone's clamors. You're back in your everyday outfits. Ah. Thank you, LD, for that little bit of information. LD, do you want to describe how you hold up your end of the deal? Muted.
So it's interesting, right? Because anyone who made the deal with Titania would not... Those deals don't exist anymore with her being gone. And she didn't technically get her throne back since she was gone before that could happen. Nanto, though, because Nanto was Titania's creature, his deal would no longer be applicable here. Onyx's deal,
I think the
theoretically,
I do know. I have to ask. Was it the deal? I can't remember what the wording was. Was it get the throne back or get the staff away?
I want to say it was get my throne back. You're
Some
muted.
people are muted. Yeah.
Shit.
I know. I saw you speaking.
The exact wording of the deal was to help Titania.
And see, and you did that. So I feel like that as in that last burst, there would have been some. You're right. It was to help. You were very correct. And the wording
is very specific.
Yep.
That's
yeah.
Thank you for making it.
It would have been very problematic if Titania continued to exist afterwards.
Yeah. Right. So I think in that case, I don't know how strong or how much of the curse Titania was able to help with.
It is a level 4 curse. You can get rid of it.
But she would have in that final burst of light, because in that case, Onyx did help. Nanto is no longer Titania's creature because Titania no longer exists. However, and not sure how this is conveyed, but you get the sense somewhere that Tamlin, whose deal was with the Fae Queen, Tamlin's heart still belongs to the Fae Queen. Because the deal was not with Titania, but with the Fae Queen.
Janet just has to become the Fae Queen.
Who's the Fae Queen now?
Exactly.
That's the question, isn't it?
Janet, get on the throne!
And lose all of her humanity?
No.
Oh no, I just have some thoughts I will need to ask at some point after this, because I technically dethroned the previous queen title holder.
But that's a good point. Thanks for the reminder. We will pick this up next session. Everybody, we're going to go say, hey, hi, who we are and stuff, and where you can find us. And then I'll figure out a raid. Okay. Who wants to go first?
Shall we go in order of the beginning?
Sure.
Cool. I have been your soul, your shining sun this evening. I played Onyx for you, and I am taking a short break from Miss Lost, and I'll be back on Miss Lost on Wednesdays, and here. And I'm sorry, I completely lost steam and everything. But you should follow me on Blue Sky for anything that I might be doing.
Alrighty.
LD next.
That, I believe, is me. Hi, everybody. I'm Lady Dame, or LD. You can find me everywhere that's important or interesting at the Lady Dame. That's usually like Twitter, Twitch, and Blue Sky. And let's see, what do I do right now? Right now, I am currently in the middle of playing Dragon Age Inquisition on my own Twitch channel. I stream Mondays from noon to 4 and miscellaneous days of the week and time in order to try and finish the game before Veilguard comes out. I don't think I have any more streams planned for this week because we just finished up the finale of the base game, and next week we head into the DLCs. I am also here on Sword and Key on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific, where I am joined by Derek Sword and Shadow, where we're playing through Baldur's Gate 3. We're like super close to finishing Act 1, which is very exciting. We're currently in the creche. So we're doing that tomorrow night, theoretically, hopefully. And then I am also the co-host of Monster Crush, which is a podcast where we talk about smooch and monsters and if cryptids are sexy, which of course they are, and it's a good time. We just had an episode come out last week that was really fun for me, where I talk about my sleep paralysis demons.
Are they hot?
Gotta listen to the podcast.
You have to listen to the podcast. I can't answer that.
Gotta
All
tune
right.
in to find
All right.
out.
Yeah. So I'm very proud of that episode. It is one of the longer ones, but we have a lot of really great ones. So check that out. And I will also be running a game coming up at next month, October 27th, I believe. For part of the charity streams that we're doing next month, I'll be running a game called Stop Flamming Preps, which is a game I wrote based on Honey Heist and the most important fan fiction ever created, My Immortal. Yeah. No cast yet officially to announce for that, but because I think we're still figuring that out.
Literally, the casting call just ended yesterday, I think.
Yeah, the casting call just ended yesterday. So stay tuned for more announcements about that and who will be in that. But I can tell you, it will be Gothic.
Gothic.
Yes, Gothic specifically. And that's me.
I think it was me next. Hello, everybody. I've been Charlie, playing messy, angry Scotswoman Bonnie Janet, still on the hunt for her boyfriend. You can find me at Good Luck Charlie Grass on Instagram and TikTok, and at GLCharlieG on Twitter. I have a new audiobook that I narrated just released today. It's called Vigilance, the first book of the Fallen Land series by C. Pinehoff. That is available on Audible if you're a big fan of lit RPG adventures. Really proud of it. It's my first solo book, and I'm really excited for people to get to give it a listen. That's that. If you happen to be near or in the New York City area, I'm going to be in a show in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be in a production, a Shakespeareified satire of the movie Halloween, called All Hallows Eve, and we'll be performing at Under St. Mark's, which is in Midtown Manhattan, and I'll have more details about that later. If you want to follow me from the world of TTRPGs into live theater, where I get to have a sword and a knife. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm Amaya. I've played Mishi, the little angry little cat. And I am at Amaya is okay pretty much everywhere, mostly on Twitter and Instagram. I do art stuff. I'm a comic artist, character designer, animation, all that kind of stuff. I have some projects in the work, but nothing official to announce yet. So just follow me for art.
Did you want me to go next, Mare, or did you want to go? Okay.
Go ahead.
Hello there, everybody. My name is Angela Lemos Mogrovejo. I have been playing Camila Gutierrez, who is a reincarnated bat death god, the original one being Kamazots. And now I just killed a dragon in a game. And am I gonna be queen? I have so many questions.
We have to figure that out. I did not take that into consideration.
Oh God, carry on. You can find my stuff over at GRTW series I've been in. Check out the YouTube channel for all the different stuff that's happened. Oh Lord, oh my stomach hurts now thinking about this. Carry on, Mare.
Hi, I'm Mare. You can just find me here on Mondays. I run tech on Thursdays for another game. I'm tired, so I'm just going to say, check out our schedule on our Discord or our Twitter. So, we're going to go raid Neon Lights Roleplay, who's playing their Oathsworn Odyssey of the Dragon Lords campaign. Everyone, go say hi, give some love, and we will see you next week. And thank you so much, LD, for joining us. That was absolutely delightful, and it was great to have you.
Thanks for having me. This was so fun.
Bye, folks.
Bye.